So one of the most common types of problems involving percents is calculating the percent of a number. And there are a couple different ways to do it. The most common is to change the percent into a decimal, and then to remember that in math, of means multiplication. So for example, if you're looking for the 37% of 100, change it into a decimal. So you can move the decimal over 2 times to the left. So 37% is 0.37. Of in math means multiply by 100. And if you remember, multiplying by 100 really just means move the decimal to the right 2 times because it has 2 zeros. So that becomes 37. But you could have also noticed that 37% already means out of 100. So 37% really just means 37 out of 100. So if you want to know that out of 100, then it's just 37. Now, what if you have, for example, 46% of 50? Again, you can change it into a decimal. So 0.46 times 50, and then do the multiplication. Or you can think about it as out of 100, right? So 50 is half of 100. So what's half of 46? That's going to be 23% of 100. Okay. And lastly, another way you could think about it is you can actually flip the numbers. So 40% of 50 is actually going to be the same thing as 50% of 46. And the reason for this is because if you think about this as multiplication, so 50%, if you change it into a decimal, that'd be 0.50 times 46. So these two multiplications are essentially the exact same thing, because what you would do is you just multiply the two numbers, the 46 and the 50, and then you have two decimal places. So you get the same thing. And 50% of 46 is a lot easier for me to calculate in my head because I know that 50% just is half as a fraction, and half of 46 is just 23. So anytime that mentally it's easier to calculate by flipping the numbers around, know that you can do that.